question of the week, which we hope to do this one every week. Although so far I only have a question for this week and next week in mind. So already got to start thinking, so don't come up with bullshit last minute. And also, yeah, love it if the viewers also put what their response is, and maybe you'll even make a community post out of it as well. So Sam, the question I thought of for this week is, what's your most conservative position or point of view? And I've thought of kind of two. So I can go first. I'll share one if you want.
Two for yourself.
Yeah. So the first one, I mean, I don't even know if they count as conservatives, but I think I'm not saying this will benefit society, but for yourself, I feel like having some kind of like, maybe not your family, of course not nuclear family in the sense that it has to be a husband and a wife in this way or that way. But it just like, based on like my observations and stuff, I feel like if you live alone after a certain age, I don't think it's like healthy or good for you. And so whether you can be with a man, a woman, someone who's neither, or maybe even two, maybe even have two partners at home, however you want.
Polyamory is making a big comeback.
Yeah. So however you want to frame the nuclear family, of course, not the super conservative, that kind of way, however your definition is, I feel like that is good. That is good for yourself. Not that the whole society depends on it. Not that if there are less of these. And, in Sweden, let me just throw the statistics to you. So Sweden has the largest single percent household in all of Europe. And over 50% of adults, at least in 2016, lived in single households. And this person brought this up during like a meeting. I was at university and stuff.
Sounds fantastic.
And no, everybody, that's all they remembered, although it was a small stat. So you find that to be fantastic. I'm like, if you're happy that way, great. But based on my observations, I don't know, you kind of grow up perhaps a bit too lonely if you're.
No, I mean, I think there are even health studies that loneliness usually increases anxiety and leads to health problems and all that. So no, I think you're right there, but I don't think it's, I would agree. I think most people would become better functioning adults in a stable environment, let's say. I don't know.
I mean, you can be stable if you're alone. Yeah. It just seems like, I don't know. I mean, I don't like doing everything with my wife. I actually don't do anything with her, but I just like having her like on her side doing her own thing.
Wait, I'm sorry, but I hope you do some things with each other. like
TV, we watch like one show together, but like 90% of the time she's watching a show and I'm on my computer. But I just like to be like around and stuff, and then that's good, if I feel like making a joke, if I have a comment or something.
I like to be around, like a cat. I like to just crawl around there. Okay.
So that's my first most conservative position. I don't even know if it's conservative. It's conservative in the sense that they always talk about nuclear family and of values. Course they take it bullshit angles. But what about you?
What about?
And then I'll tell you my second one.
I mean, yeah, mine is a bit dangerous. We could lose a lot of here. I do believe the best political system I think first, I believe in monarchy, like constitutional monarchy. That's the best political system. So I would say that's pretty conservative, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the policy-wise, I don't support any right-wing policies, but as a political system, I am actually kind of, I think, that's why I'm considering maybe I'm not left-wing at all. But yeah, I think constitutional monarchy is the good way to compromise with, given the masses, pageantry and all the fun. And
so you're saying that, like, actually, like concretely, like materially speaking, do you say constitutional monarchy? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Based on the other alternative systems that we have right now, so different variations of democracy and all this, overall, you think people in general would be better off under such a system?
Yeah, definitely. And it's a system that has a potential, I think. When you have a ceremonial king or largely ceremonial king or queen, they can, it's good for like.
But what comes under that? Then what's under that? Then you have like like, Congress and that kind of
Parliament.
stuff, Parliament.
Yeah, I believe in a
But is that really a
maybe two.
monarchy then? Is that really like, is the UK a monarchy? Like, is that an
Well,
example of what you're saying?
a lot of people in the UK, including Jeremy Corbyn, who I supported all his policies and I tried, blah blah blah. He's a Republican. A lot of people are Republican, and
With
yes,
meaning that they're
they want to abolish the monarchy.
Oh, okay.
They think that they get privileges, they get money, they get public funding, so they think those things should be cut off. And I actually would agree with some of that, but I don't think they should be. I think monarchies represent history or can represent history and all that, and especially if it's a monarchy with real roots in the country, like UK, Sweden, Netherlands. I think that's the best way because they also avoid bloody revolutions. I think better you can change the king, the figurehead, but keep the system and reform it radically instead of completely throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So yeah, I mean, again, I realize it sort of undermines my whole fucking online persona as somebody who's on the left, but yeah, that is what it is. What it is.
Well, this show is to the left. Tries to
left. Left of what?
But I mean, kind of what you described. I mean, not what you described. What you concretely point out to is just, it's not really a monarchy though to me. Like, I mean, it's just
okay. No, but I do believe countries should have king, ceremonially at least. I guess that's a conservative position.
Yeah. No, it is.
And okay, I don't know. I do believe maybe we should have sort of like driving license. People before they vote, they should attend like 40 hours minimum classes or something. About political systems.
Yeah. Is that a conservative or is that a
it seems like conservative because it limits enfranchisement, I would imagine.
It's just true. But I guess if it's provided for free to everybody,
free, of course,
by the government and stuff, I guess there'll be less discrimination. So let me give you, and by the way, next week we're gonna do what's our most progressive point of view. So I think that's also gonna shed some light on who we are. But the second most conservative I have, I guess.
My most progressive view is that maybe women should be drive too. Yeah. Jesus.
Okay, but before we get in trouble, let me say mine. I guess this is not even conservative, it's more like right wing in terms of economy. So I definitely think that everything that has to do with people's like primary needs, pretty much. So even to the extent of housing, to a certain extent, but of course, healthcare, education, all the way up to university and past, all of this, water, transportation, all of these should be like public and state run, even nowadays, part of the internet, you could say, or, even telecommunication, all of these, right? All of these that are pretty much humans need more or less in modern societies to survive. So, but beyond these, when you get when you start getting into the realm of, even like from clothes onwards, of course you need some clothes, but things that are wants, I have no problem with a kind of market economy, which is well regulated and which is regulated, of running all those aspects of life. So I mean, I don't know if that was even conservative.
That was not really conservative.
But hey, I still said markets, though. I said something good about markets.
Okay, all right, fair. No, but yeah, I was like, okay, wait for it. Oh, okay, nothing. But oh yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, unless you're Jordan Peterson, most people know that most of the Marxists after 1950s pretty much agree with what you say.
Yeah,
it's not about it's not about wearing the same gray shirt, But I know what you mean, though. Like in the minds of a lot of people, it's like about everybody has to have the same like shirt and the same job, and it's not about that. So yeah, makes sense. I would say
that's mine. Hopefully folks can share theirs down in the comment section.
I have a bit of a bullshitty, like yours, conservative. Like I think police should have non-lethal force, but I am big. Like I think if there is a video of you killing someone or killing a living being, even like in case of, let's say, elephants, like Donald Trump Jr. or Wayne LaPierre, or all these, or the Spanish king. Actually, I think if I don't know if there's a video of you shooting a living creature and then putting your feet on it and cutting parts of its body. Capital punishment. I don't know. There's a video, you advertise it yourself. I don't know what more do we need for capital. I mean, they just killed the living being with feelings and all that. So
I mean, I'm all after punishing such acts, especially if there's already laws in place saying it. But
fine them too.
Capital punishment, based on the arguments I've heard and everything, it's
it's kind of a slippery slope,
and it's pointless kind of doing it, because I mean, you can just lock people up instead.
No, I don't agree with that thing,
and it's not preventive in the way that you want, because of course so many places they have capital punishment and they still do it. How do they know what?
How do they know if they didn't like? I mean, capital punishment, the studies are just annoying. But I agree, it's a slippery slope. It gives the state too much power. But if they stop capital punishment, they would be more. I mean, it's just I think it has to do with poverty. Majority of murders has to do with poverty. It has nothing to do with having capital punishment or not having.
Yeah. So I mean, it just seems like, to me, it's doesn't bring any like added value based on what I've seen to the well-being of everybody else in society.
Okay, I take it back.
No, but that's
I do. I genuinely do. I take it back. Whatever it was, but it does. It's like I felt like that's probably conservative, supporting capital punishment.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But okay, that was a good one. So next week we'll do progressives, and then think of some more messed up questions for the following week.